Hi there guys, and welcome to Tobi's Kvass Adventures. Tobi being me, if you didn't get that by yourself. So, as you may or may not remember, well, I guess it depends if you watch Travnica or not, I didn't know what Kvass is, and I was like appalled when I read that you put like into apple juice something like flour, and that is supposed to be a beverage. And then I was told, yeah, that's actually something. Well, it's not 100% like that, I guess. I read the Wikipedia article. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And it's a little bit different than just pouring flour into apple juice. But, the basic idea. It's the basic idea. So, I went to a Russian supermarket. Yes, we have those in Germany. And it's actually kind of funny, to be honest. We have in my city we have a rather big Russian minority, and I was sure I knew that we had like 2 or 3 Russian supermarkets somewhere, and I went to the first and I found out, that must have closed in the last few weeks. That's kind of shitty. And then I had to look for the others, and it took me a while, but I finally found one, and yeah. There I bought me some Kvass. And I thought this was Russian Kvass, which turned out it wasn't, but that's a whole different story. So I bought me 2 bottles. The first one was called Ruski Kvass. And I should have known at that moment that this is probably not really Russian, because nobody in Russia would call his Kvass Ruski Kvass. It's like calling a German beer Deutsches Bier. It sounds stupid. Like, who would do that? And I bought me another one, which was called... Oh, I can't read that. The picture is too small right now on my screen. Something like Klepni Kvass or something like that. I'm not too sure anymore. You can probably read it if you watch the video. Which Google Translator translated me into Kvass. Google Translator being helpful as always. So, I bought these two beverages, and as it turned out, when I read at home the etiquette of the bottles, it is made in Germany. But especially for those Russian supermarkets. Now, I guess it makes sense, because probably if you just import Russian Kvass, then it's probably very expensive. So making Kvass in Germany and then selling it to the Russian audience in Germany makes sense. But I didn't realize, and on another day when I get back there, I'll buy some real Russian Kvass, so I can, make a fair judgment. And as you also can see, I bought me some Rotfront Batonichki or something like that. I forgot again. The only thing I always remember is that they are called Rotfront. That is never going to bore me. Because if you didn't know, Rotfront is German for Red Front. According to the internet, by the way, if you're interested in the history why it is called Rotfront, according to the internet, I found an article which said that the German communist Ernst Thälmann, who was a famous German communist, at least in his time, was in Moscow in the Swedes fabric where those Rotfront thingies were made. And he told so much about the German Rotfront, the German Red Front, so the German communist movement, and they liked it so much that they named their sweets after that. Isn't that cool? I think that's kind of cool. So I bought some of them, and I already know them. I bought them already. When I was living in Berlin, I was eating them all the time because a Russian supermarket was rather close to where I always bought my books and stuff. So always when I bought me a book, I always went and bought some Rotfront sweets. And I love them. They are really, really tasty. So I bought them as well in case I didn't like the Kvass. So I first tried the Ruski Kvass. And it tastes really a little bit like bread. Like you taste kind of like the bread taste. But at least this Ruski Kvass was really, really super sweet. Like, I don't know if Kvass is supposed to be so sweet, but at least for me personally, it was way too sweet. Like, when I drink beer, for example, I don't want to be, want the beer to be too sweet. I'm not the biggest fan of drinking too sweet stuff, except for Pepsi. But I guess that is not really important right now. So it tasted good. I think it was just too sweet. And then this other Kvass here, Chlipny, or I really can't read it right now. I'm so sorry, but the picture is too small on my screen. And that Kvass wasn't as sweet, but it didn't taste as much like bread, and there was not much taste in general to it, you know. So I rather drink the Ruski Kvass again, but it's too sweet. I'll look for another Kvass next time I'll get to the Russian store, and I'll keep you updated on my Kvass adventures. And by the way, Rotfront was tasty, but I guess that goes without saying. You Russian people, you have so delicious sweets, I gotta say that. I mean, Germany is known all over the world for their chocolate, you know. But I think Russian sweets are really underrated. Like, really underrated, my opinion. Also, they are so cheap. How the hell are Russian sweets so cheap? Like, I don't know. How does that work? If you know that, let me know in the comments. Like, I have no idea how they are so cheap. Alright, so I hope you were interested in my Kvass adventures. If you're wondering why this is up today, except instead for Everlasting Summer, for some reason the game doesn't work right now for me. When I open the game up, it says blah blah blah, game does not work, blah blah blah. And yeah, I'll try to fix that. Maybe I have to throw Everlasting Summer off my computer and reinstall it. I don't know. I'll try, and I'll make it work for tomorrow. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for tomorrow for more normal content, I guess. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.